Across the stream.
That's what I said. Across the stream.
Joke thief. So not fair. Hello, interwebs.
Don't cross the street. Aww. Hey, Pete.
Hello. Jason, we may need you to monitor chat this evening if we get a chatty audience.
I know a couple people are going to watch.
We'll go ahead and pull that up right now.
Thank you, good sir.
And I'm going to apologize to the internet in advance because we just should do that.
We should just do that.
We just do what? Apologize to the internet.
Apologize to the internet in advance for what will come about tonight.
Please, 1,000 apologies for my poor Japanese portrayal of samurai.
Oh, so culturally sensitive.
So good.
All right. For those of you joining us for the first time, this is the Disciples.
Again, we're sorry.
And for the last time, this is the Disciples of Eldermythe. It is a homebrew game. That is so very loud.
And money.
And money.
Money.
This is a homebrew game.
Watch out, Stella will steal it.
A significant amount of time travel and sort of questions the causality when time travel is involved.
Are you handing me money?
Apparently.
Not to keep.
To
look.
And there's money going across the table. Around the room, this is Jen, who's going to introduce herself.
I am.
Sure, why not?
Oh, hi, I'm Jen.
All right. Wow.
I know, that was good, right?
Where can we find you online, Jen?
Oh, I'm at Militant on Twitter and Militant Cosplay and Illustration on Facebook. And anything else I should say? I play Moritar.
You play Moritar. That's
He's
probably an important
pretty
thing.
Awesome.
The male tiefling sorcerer, wild magic sorcerer.
Yes.
The horny blue demon.
Yes, sir.
AKA the horny blue demon. Next up, Pete.
And I am Pete Delios, and I play Shalfan. I am the many-faceted Shalfan, as you
The multiple personality Shalfan.
And also Bemis, who was the original person who Shalfan is, but
The first Dragonborn I didn't hate.
Dragonborn.
Part of him.
Yes. So,
At the end of the table, the invisible Antanas Malus will be joining us shortly.
Ooh. He plays
Actually, he just rolled really high on stealth.
Arterar.
Virtually across the long distances of Boston proper, from the South Shore, joining us.
Through the magic.
I am Jason at Sequel Cowboy on Twitter. I play Stell, who is a halfling arcane trickster / ranger. He is Bogai.
Bogai!
Pat?
And I am Pat. I play Yorvith, the Eldritch Knight fighter.
Drow.
Drow. Yes, that's right. It's also Drow.
Yep.
The important
Also
ones.
spent a whole...
Not a blatant copyright violation.
Yes. It's not like he's a ranger that fights with two scimitars. I mean, just one. Just one.
I
am Spartacus. Wait,
No, wait.
No, I am Spartacus.
Shady? No, hold on. I'll figure it out.
You're not the real
Stand
Slim
up.
Shady.
I'm REA, and I play Anaxun the Ronin, formerly known as Kokai the Red Sea. And that is the joke that happens every time I say it.
Which is why you changed his name.
It's actually our signal to signal the other players.
Yeah.
It's like a bird call.
You do.
And I brought lots of shiny gold.
And there's gold on the table. I'm Eric Millett on Twitter at Eric Millett. Super easy. I am the DM, and I want to take just a quick moment to thank at Optimus Dork, who was my box of many things gifter this month, and he gave me this awesome skull cup that is already apparently affecting my ability to think straight.
It sounded like you were trying to say Skeletor.
Skeletor.
Well, that would be an amazing cup. That would be an amazing cup.
I'll get you, He-Man.
Can I make a shameless plug?
The dice I'll be using tonight, also from at Optimus Dork. Thank you. Check out hashtag Box of Many Things if you want to get in on the awesome anonymous gift giving.
It's not anonymous if you announce his name over the internet.
It's anonymous until you get the gift. Hashtag box of many things. Also check out at Owlbear and at I Lived in a Cake, who will be running next week on Friday. I'll be running in their Shady Acres retirement homebrew campaign. Looking forward to that, guys. Should check it out on Twitch, twitch.tv/owlbear, I believe is the link. You can check out my Twitter link, my Twitter feed. It should be there somewhere.
Oh, and a big kudos to Gamer Trade Magazine. I won their figures and painting set.
Sweet!
So I just want to say a big shout out and thank you to you guys.
Gamer
Trade Magazine.
Gamer Trade Magazine.
Yes,
Sweet. Awesome.
I won their miniatures, the evil wizards, which we may have to have them painted as well.
None of whom are actually giving us money.
None of whom are actually giving us
But if
money.
you'd like to, we'll gladly accept.
Ari is a big painter here. And
Money is always good.
He paints all these awesome figurines for us.
You had a shameless plug, sir?
Yes, visit Kane's Donuts.
Yes.
Apple cider donut season
Apple
is
cider,
upon
yeah.
us over at Kane's Donuts.
Yep.
They're not paying us yet, but if
Not
you'd
yet.
like to.
They're not paying me yet either. So.
All right, well, there you go.
Well, considering I'm the only one watching right now.
You never know. There may be
Yeah.
reviews later. People
That's
might
right.
watch later. Maybe not.
I forgot my phone, so I forgot to hit the Pathfinder group for a text to watch us. My phone's at the house.
Well, with that in mind,
But they should know to link up. You know, I've sent it to
maybe.
them enough times.
hopefully so. With that in mind, you guys are exiting your room where you have stayed the evening. You are meeting with Grok's sisters, who you have successfully
Just one sister, I thought.
successfully deceived
You're welcome. You're all welcome.
Yes.
into making them believe that the guard was responsible for his death.
Kind of was.
Kind of.
What do you guys want to do now?
I want to work off this catnip hangover, guys.
I think we need to figure out where those chains keep coming back from. So I think we need to investigate that temple.
I think that's actually a good idea. I feel like it's all sort of connected to that somehow.
Yeah, and considering we've now two times been attacked by something related to those chains.
It's very true, Bo Guy. It's very true.
Boogie! Still fun.
Yeah. I think from time to time, Maura's just going to message you and only say Bo Guy. And that'll be it.
Yeah.
Just be aware that's probably going to happen.
Still give back the.
The mighty angel.
All right.
All right. So I guess we'll make our way back over to the temple that we kind of destroyed and take a look around. Does that sound like a great idea?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Fantastic.
Let's check it
All
out.
right. So you guys
Now that
exit-
Yorvith is agreed to, join us again.
Yes.
Yes.
After you got out of the House of Ill Repute.
As many people.
Maura slips him a little high five, like, nice, dude.
Well played, sir.
It's more of a low five.
Right? Yeah, everybody's a low
Up,
five.
high, down, low.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Yeah, Maura high. No one. Oh, just kidding, guys.
All right. So you guys.
Probably.
Funny though.
Yeah, how tall is?
I'm dexterous enough. I can do it.
Yeah, he could probably jump because I'm not dexterous enough to jump out of the way.
All right. You guys make your way
The only way we know.
out of the tavern. You make your way back out into the street. You remember that the temple district was to the right, and so you instinctively make your way back. You pass what looks to be just a common person, and he's got a a brush or a broom of sorts, and he's just scrubbing
The street.
the block street, trying to wash the stains of blood.
Trying to wash away the bad memories, guys.
Blood, ichor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shh, it's from all the people we killed. Let's
Brown
keep-
pants.
But it's a few minute walk, and you are unobstructed. Nobody approaches. It's a quiet morning on the street.
I got my hood up because I
course you
don't know these people.
You make your way back to the temple district, and there, in the far right back corner of the square, stands the dark temple, exactly where it was the day before.
Exactly the way it was.
Exactly as it stood prior.
Wait, prior to us going in there? Oh shit! They are fast in the
Prior to
construction
it,
land.
I was gonna say prior to the whole
Pretty
thing.
sure there's some magic involved.
You think?
You look, and there's a few people out in the square, just sort of nonchalantly walking around.
That is really weird.
That is
Everybody else
strange.
sees it, right? Not just me.
That is a strange
Sees
place.
what?
You're funny, Stel. You're funny.
I try.
Thank you.
Evil lurks there.
Evil lurks. What evil lurks in the heart of men?
Only
The
the shadow
shadow
knows.
knows.
But evil lurks in that temple.
That's I agree.
You guys,
I think the correct reaction to that is, duh.
Yeah.
it is identical to the way it stood the day prior before you entered.
So I have a very serious question. How did it get back like that?
I don't want to go near there again.
Well, I feel like we need to. I feel like that's sort of related to what we're supposed to be doing here when the voice said to go back and fix.
Fix stuff.
That might be
I-
the British
I-
version of what he said, but
I would like to tear it down again.
that is really the crux of it more.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
If I had my way, I'd tear it down.
Go for it.
We tried that,
I know.
and yet there it is.
Out of character, have we made the connection that these guys are related to the dude on the boat with the creepy laugh? Yeah.
So you were all there when he made that signature laugh.
Okay.
If I would say that because the events, especially for you, that immediately followed that moment, that you have that laugh ingrained in your brain, and you recognize
2
it.
years alone after that.
It's the laugh ingrained in your brain and not me causing that. That's good.
I mean, maybe Moritar might have had something to do with it.
No.
But you
No.
recognize that laugh instantly, as did you, Stel, with
And
your.
then the immediate sound of the bell, followed by my friends leaving. Yes.
I didn't when we were just here yesterday. Did we see him or just hear him? Like, did I see him and be like, "That's that weird blue dude again"?
You heard the laugh, and there was a hooded figure who seemed to be sort of in charge of the temple that was able to sneak away, who escaped your capture.
But
Or
he didn't
attack.
quite recognize us.
He did not indicate
How could
that he recognized you.
I almost said something really stupid? How could he recognize us? We haven't met him yet. Wait. Who knows? Wibbly wobbly,
Evil lurks
timey
in the
wimey
hearts
in
of
my heart.
It would
Icky
be
breaky heart.
foolish to think that we're the only ones with the ability to move through time.
Note to self.
Don't be foolish.
Stop thinking we're the only ones.
It feels like we're the only ones.
Well, it's starting to feel less like that. I think we need to figure out how the shop they rebuilt in an evening.
Could be illusion.
It could be.
Maybe it was illusion the first time.
Great.
Go
You
knock-
go find out.
Do you want to go
Got
knock
it.
on the knock on the door? You might see that gentleman again. That wanted to fight you.
We could. We could try to see.
Recently.
Now, would it be something if they all came back to life?
So if I approach, I'm so stupid. If I approach the temple.
That is a good question. If the temple is rebuilt, have they all come back to life? The ones we've killed.
Well, we'd have to probably go in to find out.
We could always kill them again.
Okay.
Instant replay.
Unfortunately, I don't have Kokusho, so they won't stay dead.
If I go up to the temple and sort of try to examine it, does it look like it's for realsies, or if I like go up there and is it an illusion?
you are
I'm like,
going to-
hello, you.
Please hold. I'll be right back.
I have an idea.
An illusion.
Start throwing
Yes,
rocks.
throw rocks.
I have a feeling that dude with the chains and stuff is coming.
These are from something called Campaign Coins.
Campaign coins.
They're based out of Australia.
Nice.
But I got these things. I like these. They're called trade bars. So this one is 500 gold pieces, and those
This
are
one's 5,000.
5,000
Yeah.
gold pieces.
1 million. No.
And they're like controlled by the guilds, so you
Yeah.
can't like cheat the system.
Oh, hey. Oh, hey. I remember painting that.
Dark Temple is not to scale.
I forgot I painted that.
At
No.
least it's not the Dark Tower.
Huh. All right.
You all say dark, like dark is a bad thing.
I'm just wondering where the
In
gunslinger
this
is.
case,
It can be a good thing.
it
but
can
not
be
in
a
this
good
case.
thing.
That is
It's
fun.
definitely a good thing.
I like these. These are awesome. Especially to use during a campaign.
Really well made.
All right. So what are you guys gonna do?
I want to. Well, I don't know.
I
I
look
feel
around.
like Anaksun had a pretty decent idea.
If nobody is
It doesn't
actively
involve me touching
eyeballing
the
me,
temple.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and just huck it.
Okay. You reach down and you sure enough you find a small piece of dislodged cobblestone in the street.
He's throwing the street.
Go ahead and roll to hit, and we'll say you could use your dexterity modifier alone.
Nat 20.
Oh,
He is also. You are also throwing it at a
One of those
game
nights.
on.
literally the side of a building.
I hope you have insurance.
What
Go
are
on, right for the door knocker.
you? Right for the door. All right.
Ping.
You reach back and just you channel
It's like a
skipping
curveball.
stones back on the island out into the ocean.
Oh,
And you just
Rocky.
Throw that rock true, and
Aw.
it spins, and it hits the door. It hits it true, and you hear it, boom,
Wow.
and it echoes. You hear an echo
It's
reflect
real.
off of the door.
They're gonna come out now.
Now we gotta see who's there.
It's definitely
was-
for real.
Was there a guard standing at the door like the
There
last
were
time?
nobody.
No.
There was
Okay.
nobody at the
All
door.
right.
Hello?
In
As
other
that-
news, I didn't have to touch it, so thanks.
As that sort of echoes out, you see a couple people walking around in front of another temple over here. Just sort of look over, like, and they keep walking. Make a perception check.
Any of us, all of us. I'm very.
This is particularly for
Like, I'm
Konaksun.
23.
You notice that they don't seem phased that this gigantic dark tower is.
They were crying foul the day before,
Mm.
and they wanted us to destroy the evil. Bogai came along, helped them out with that plan. And
Now they don't feel phased.
So
Don't seem to
there are
notice.
so many possibilities of what could have happened. They could be spelled in some kind of way.
This
We
could
could
be-
have had some sort of weird situation where we changed time from when we were
Well,
then.
this could be a symptom of a broken piece of time.
Maybe it's
Ooh.
because the creepy laughing got away.
A moment later, it opens, and you see a
Hello.
dark robed figure come out the door. You see a chain tied at his waist.
Is it the same guy we saw yesterday?
He's wearing a hood. Roll a perception check.
Is it
I'm
the same
wearing
hood
a
as
hood
we
too.
saw
I
yesterday?
still see him
Disadvantage.
floating. Well,
Disadvantage?
I don't see anything. I don't have to roll at disadvantage if I roll a 1.
I rolled a
I
one.
can't get more disadvantage.
At disadvantage, I rolled a 1.
Hey! Yay!
Anybody else?
I'm sorry, I can't
I think
see.
I was
My
near
my
that.
hood is down and
You don't get
Yeah.
15.
a 15. There's a dude in a hood, and he's got a chain wrapped around his waist. And man, these
Looks
guys in
awfully
their
familiar.
chains. These guys in their chains. Like, what's up with that?
It's a pretty cool hood.
But
Yeah, that is a pretty
It's a
cool
nice
hood, right? It's a nice hood. It's a dark cloak, man.
Chain, chain, chain.
I do not know if that is the same person.
We don't know if it's the same person.
The only way
Well,
would be to
there's
talk
only
to
one
them.
way to find out. Kill him again. Yeah, why don't you guys?
Yes, you'll recognize him.
Indeed. I approach.
okay, you step forward, and as you walk up, they pull back their hood, and it is a very pale, bald man. He looks up.
You need to get some sun.
Yes, my son.
Oh boy.
How long has this temple been here?
This temple has always been here.
Who is the deity? I'm unfamiliar with this city.
The deity is not of importance, but the belief.
It's not of importance, but we built a temple to him.
The belief is what is important, son.
And what is the belief?
Rock and roll. They built this temple around rock and roll.
Darkness,
No.
chaos, anarchy.
There cannot be darkness without light.
Says one who would wield it. Would you like to come in, son?
Hell no.
Oh, delightful! Come in for tea.
Very well.
We'll brew it out of your bones.
It's more of a stew,
I
but
will
you know.
just be returning to my duties then.
He said duty.
He's a duty.
Do come back if you wish to learn some more about the darkness.
I think you should.
I would like to know where the darkness comes from.
The absence
Find
of
out.
light.
Come in and find out.
Which name does the darkness come from?
Which is which?
The name is not important.
Does it begin with a B?
The name is not important.
It begins with a B.
What matters?
Oh, your buddy.
I'm losing my patience.
Wait, we had patience?
The darkness goes by many names.
Do we hear him having this conversation, or are we just like at the base of the stairs, like doo doo doo?
I mean, nobody declared what they're doing, so if you
Yeah.
want to tell me what you did, I could answer that question better.
I would. I don't want to get really close, but I'd like to get sort of close enough to sort of like see what's going on.
Mhm. So as they're having this conversation, you approach at the point where this robed figure says,
The darkness goes by many names.
and sensing your presence, he looks straight at you.
Doesn't it, child?
It certainly does.
Would you care to learn more?
I think I'm fine.
Very well.
I must
No,
return
really, I
to
think
my
I'm fine.
duties. However, should you wish to explore the darkness,
Do you have a business card? Can we?
there's no card needed, son.
Oh, you're welcome back.
It's an exclusive club. You've been invited. You've wanted this your whole life.
If you just invite 5 more of your friends,
It's a pyramid scheme.
If you bring 5 friends, we'll give you your own chain link.
And who?
No, that's 10 friends. 10 friends for a hood.
he looks at you both slyly, focuses in on you, and sort of, yes, yes.
Oh, does he laugh like that?
Oh.
Does that?
Is it the same laugh?
Roll a perception check.
Oh God.
26.
It does not sound like the same laugh, though there are similarities.
20, not
the tone
natural.
and the voice are very different.
The craziness.
Everyone in there is crazy.
And he just sort of backs away. He pulls the door behind him. You hear, behind him. And then
This is clearly the point that we need to we need to get rid of this shit right here.
Do we? I'm so confused.
I feel like we do. I think that this is really connected to.
You know who is an expert on darkness? The dude who lived in it. Let's go ask him.
That's a different kind of darkness.
Oh.
That's like saying, "Hey, I'm an expert on evil things because my mother's evil, and I should know all about this."
I knew it.
I don't know what.
I walk halfway up the stairs.
Really? You're just figuring that out now?
Find out. Is it him?
I'm gonna go with him.
Was it the same man?
Not the same shell.
So they don't regenerate, as far as we know.
There is something oddly familiar, but
The
it could just be the
building
general
regenerates.
presence of darkness.
But the building did come back.
I don't generally find darkness creepy. I find this particular kind of darkness creepy.
Agree.
Ditto.
What?
Darkness
That creepy, but,
in itself, or evil in itself,
What's
is
our
not
plan, then?
necessarily a bad thing.
What's our plan?
Oh, we need a plan.
Oh.
Wait, we've never ever had a plan before.
Usually the plan is I have a shit idea, and everybody goes, "Okay."
So
Maybe we shouldn't have a
the
plan.
thought is if we knock it down again, it'll come back.
Potentially, or they could just be unrelated. We might have actually fixed that point in time. I'm not the time expert either.
Well, my concern
Bogai
is
Yes.
that that individual with the very distinct laugh that I heard yesterday, and I
And that person got away.
right again. See, that's twice. And I think that those things are very important.
Technically, that makes sense because we see him in the future, or her,
Right,
or
because
whatever.
he will have been gotten away.
Y'all didn't believe me. He was a weird blue dude.
But he will have been gotten away in the future.
No, weird blue dude.
He gets away in the future, as Stell says.
No, I said will have been gotten away in the future.
Correct.
Stop that. We'll have been
So
stuff.
So what do we do? Do we destroy this again? Do we try to find that individual?
Let's ask a few of the other people here because they seemed awfully afraid of this place before. But if they're just generally perturbed or indifferent, it might be a different place.
My recommendation is that somebody who's not going to kill a human be the person who asks them.
Aurora looks over at you.
Morrow and Artie. Morrow and Artie just sit back. Well,
Which I think means you,
so not,
Adaxun.
and not him. Great. Let's send.
People don't.
Hey, let's send the human.
Yes.
The mostly.
I don't want to kill them, but they don't like me. So
Yeah, you do notice there's a few people that are kind of like looking at you.
I make sure my hood is.
They don't.
Okay.
They don't like it. They liked him
Most-
yesterday. Were there
I-
humans
I-
there?
I agree.
They liked him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out a.
They,
few
although they looked at
silver
me
pieces
amused. They're
and-
amused by me yesterday.
Excuse me,
The
sir.
tiefling and
May I have a word?
Yes.
Do you know the deity of this temple?
Well, they never talk about the deity. They just say that they praise the darkness and the chain.
Chain. Are displayed anything against the community here, or do people who go in come back out?
I've never known anyone to go into that building. I've never known anyone who's wanted to go into that building myself. However, they have not acted in any way against the community that we can prove. But everyone knows nothing good comes in or goes into that building, and nothing good comes out.
And do you remember someone by the name of Bogai?
Oh God. There were some people screaming that yesterday, yes.
Do you know?
Do you remember why?
Why, yes, he had destroyed a large, monstrous creature with tentacles. Very strange-looking creature indeed.
Okay. I heard about that too. I just wanted to make sure. Thank you for your troubles, sir.
Oh, it's quite all right. If you wish, you could drop it in at the altar of Helm over here. That would be wonderful.
Wait, do you want my Jen's opinion or Mora's opinion?
Just tell him you'll do it.
Thank you.
Good day to you, sir.
Go make a donation.
Not to that temple.
Helm?
Oh, of Helm, yes. No, I thought you meant the dark one. Of Helm, of course.
I've got gold for you. I've got a
Do you?
donation.
I do.
In fact, all right.
It's a bag of souls.
You take the silver
Yep.
from Kokai's hand, from Onyx's hands. Sorry, it's still.
I do it too.
You take the silver and
Okay,
you
Artie.
approach the Temple of Helm.
Yes.
Off, sort of across the
Yeah.
square, over in this general vicinity.
It's the
As
square.
you step through the doorway into the temple to drop this, you instantly are surrounded.
Oh God.
And you hear. Make a perception check.
A 7. Oh, wait. No, wait. I'm sorry, 12.
12. It's hard to discern because it's just you're barraged with the voices in your head as you walk into this temple.
It's going crazy.
Please help us. We're my husband is out of work and my children are hungry. I'm very afraid for my people. And that's
Somebody stole my puppy. I haven't seen my kitty in 3 days.
Oh
It's
no.
just voices
That's the worst.
screaming out for help, seeking assistance as you walk through the temple door. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Save that soul.
I rolled a 1.
A 1.
Yeah.
You instantly fall to the ground in pain and unable to sort of
We're all outside.
physically, and a few of the brothers run over. Are you okay, son? Are you okay?
I just heard thousands, hundreds of thousands, thousands of people.
As you pick yourself up, the hood falls back, and you are glowing radiant light again. And they all just,
We're not.
We're scum. We
and they all
suck.
literally take a knee around you.
Oh,
Do I
hey,
see
take a
him
knee.
fall?
See, that's how it works.
Take
Bend the knee,
Bend the
people.
knee.
Shouldn't they be saluting?
Hmm?
They should be saluting.
God,
God,
guys.
Oh,
We don't bring politics into this.
we don't.
Okay.
Wait, we
I'm not going
don't?
to touch that with a 20-foot flagpole.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
I'm going to give you 25,000 reasons not to make that joke.
Bye,
Okay,
viewers.
moving
Do
on.
I feel
Moving
any
on.
memories?
No. It's just you're overwhelmed with the voices.
And any chance I saw him go down?
Depends.
Oh boy.
Go ahead and roll a perception check. See how well you were looking.
I
13
I
plus 8.
didn't
20.
spit out the wine.
You
We're good.
saw him go in and sort of fall over.
Then I would have gone in to help him.
Yep. As you come in, there are literally four acolytes of Helm who are basically on one knee praising Shelfon.
Seeing all the commotion, I'm going to approach, knowing that it's cool if I go in there because I was in the Temple of Serenray and nothing awful happened.
Sure.
So I will
As you cross through the threshold, I need you to go ahead and make a.
Like, oh God, no.
You're good for now.
For now. God, did you feel it feels really warm in here?
The voices, and I know I
It's like
have
burning.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
But do I feel that maybe this could be some of the townspeople as well?
Make
That
a
need help?
perception check.
Okay.
And what was your original roll?
12.
A 12. Make a perception check.
Ooh, that's better.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
perceptive.
Ah.
7.
27.
You hear calling out, "The temple has returned. We need your protection helm. We need you." You do not hear this, Moritar. But you clearly hear that.
I know. Dalphin feels now he knows what our purpose is here.
Okay.
Nope.
What are you guys going to do?
Shavin, okay.
I grab your arm, your shoulder. I was taken back for a moment by voices of the past, but of also the present. And
Maybe the
things-
future.
Maybe the future.
Maybe the future.
Oh,
That's
to fly!
Freaking time traveling.
This is getting really tense.
But
We got TV.
we need to help these people.
2 tenths.
We need to help these
I
people.
just took the pun to another pun. Double. That's a punception.
Anaxun, all is not as it seems here.
Never is.
I mean, I feel like that's pretty obvious.
Is it-
Did he
We
have to
have to
pass out to
destroy.
tell us that?
The people here are calling for our help.
I don't hear them.
So that puts
I
you.
think-
Are we actually on board?
You guys are actually over here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, we're across the right house.
So I'm, all right.
Where are you?
I'm gonna go.
I'm keeping an eye on Artie to make sure he doesn't kill any more humans.
Do you have
No!
figure?
Did I do that
Oh,
today?
yeah.
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
The night is
They,
still young.
they said they did use the word somebody that's not going to kill a human. Could they go and talk to XYZ person? And so Moro and Artie were like,
Not
"Nay." What? You can't eat human? Oh.
No, but I'm not joking. Still is actually keeping an eye on Arterar.
Yep.
So the temple is back.
Not much has changed.
Right? The reasons have.
The Dark Temple is
The reasons have changed
Okay.
drastically.
as if untouched.
As if I didn't fight the guy. And, yeah. all
And
that.
someone in a robe with a chain belt answered the door, but he was pale and didn't appear to be the same.
Right. I turned on the stream while I was driving.
Oh,
Okay.
brilliant.
So-
you
Oh
can
no,
hear us.
that could
There you
cross
go.
the streams.
Right.
All right, then.
My only thing is, I think we should have the law on our side. If these people are truly in danger and wish help, we shouldn't just go barging in. We should have some authority to do so.
I agree.
We need to talk to the High Priest of Helm here.
You do?
If we want to get the law on our side.
I'm playing that.
All right.
I will let you do whatever you need to do.
Well, we can start with this temple.
I stand
Mhm.
and I see these.
Go ahead and
people.
make a Constitution check.
I try to stand. I pull off of his shoulder. Oh, sorry.
That's good. It's a
I
15.
don't know. I didn't see what I rolled. A 20.
Hey!
Yeah,
15
you
on the
you
first one.
you
Okay.
acclimate
Okay. Yeah.
to they're still there. You still hear the voices in your head,
Okay.
but you're physically able to withstand that. It's no longer crippling to your mind and your body. Every once in a while, you hear the name's Helm. You hear Horn. You hear Sarenrae.
People praying?
Yes.
Maybe? Yes.
You hear Sylvanas. But mostly you hear Helm and Torm.
Hey Torm, that shiny dude.
I look down at the 4 initiates or followers, whatever.
Mhm.
Say acolytes. Where is the head of the temple?
Who's at the helm?
Who's at the helm?
So
Oh, wow.
Could you get me an audience with him?
You would want to speak to Brother Frederick.
Frederick was
Who's that?
Right? No, he's at the Temple of Torm.
Torm.
Yes.
He is currently about on business. He will be back within the hour's time.
Then
I'm waiting.
please make an audience with him for us. We need to speak to him
Anything you need, sir.
Thank you.
He will be most
within the
pleased
hour.
to meet you.
Good.
Is there
I approve of assertive.
anything we can do for you, sir?
I'm okay. Tell me one thing. What is that temple? That dark temple?
Oh, it's a place of darkness and of evil. They worship something about a chain. We don't really understand what they do. And everyone fears them. Everyone feels a discomfort,
Negative
with the
pull.
presence, a negative influence from that temple ever since it has appeared.
Negative energy. It's like a void
And
of energy.
has-
Books read that the people of Luskin have never had any proof of ill will or harm done. But no one trusts that temple. Nothing good comes from it.
Well, I mean, look at it.
And nothing good goes into it.
And
Nothing good goes into it.
the
Bye, guys.
and the people fear this temple.
It is disconcerting, though. I think there is a small section of the populace that has acclimated, through the years that it has been here.
Years.
Okay. Thank you.
Lifetimes.
We'll be back within the hour to see your master.
Very well.
That
Very
shit's
well.
been here that long. Did you hear
I
how
heard
long you
that.
said?
Yes.
Is there a curiosity shop nearby?
The fuck.
There is a young man
Shite.
Sorry.
dabbles in strange little magical items. What's his
Perfect.
name?
Let's go. What could go wrong?
Have an hour to kill.
We do have an hour.
We have an hour to
kill.
kill. Yes. We need to get as many of these leaders as we can on our side.
All right. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, do you want
Should we-
if you want to get other people on our side?
Should we make
Maybe in
rounds
that
to the
hour we
temples?
should
yes.
go and talk to other people.
Should
we
we
talk-
the leaders of temples? Right?
Should we talk to the guards?
The guards.
I mean, not that might be a bad idea.
Yeah.
All things
that
considered.
would be a good idea. I'd like to have.
Hey, you talk to the guards, and we won't.
I was thinking you did the talking to the guards, but well, maybe
you.
they seem to.
That seems like a great idea.
Okay.
Great idea.
You said something about a shit idea earlier.
Well, that was when
Let's
we wanted to re-knock the temple down.
What could go wrong? I mean, honestly, let's just go have a civil
I'm
conversation
worried.
with
Heard
some
what he
hostile
said.
humans.
I'm worried that the holy energies in these places might overwhelm you again. So I would like to stay with you. And if there are others that might want
It
to
was
rouse the guard,
It appears the town needs our help.
right?
Aroused.
I would like to see
You two.
Yeah, you know it.
if we could get more of the temples of light on our side, and then hopefully the guard will fall.
I will tell you, this is not my strong suit. Surprising, I know.
What if you wanted to ask Mother for help?
I don't know what her influence here is. Here's the other thing.
Well,
Just
if we convince everybody to like cats, we could replace this temple with one No, never mind. Never mind.
Let's destroy the temple and build a temple to Erishkigal.
Fantastic.
Yes, that is the new plan. Destroy that temple, erect a new one. Great. So my only concern is, thank you. We've gone back 100 years.
Blood.
Right. So I'm not born yet. So maybe I really don't know. I really don't know how much she knows. She might know.
Isn't she a goddess?
I know. So she probably knows, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Interestingly, not one person, or even the acolytes of Helm, know who this god is at this temple.
It's not
Just
a
a
god. It's
chain.
just a bad feeling.
I'm hoping that the leader of the temple will be able to enlighten us a little more, but so we don't know who the god is that empowers this temple.
I wonder if there's a library somewhere. That seems to be your strong suit.
I do like books.
Also mine.
Yes.
Hey, Stell, want to go to the library?
Let's all go to the...
As long as we're not leaving people to get into trouble.
I am happy to go to the library as well.
Great. Do you all want to talk to the Holy Rollers, and we will go go to the
It is
library?
probably best.
I think you should stay with us.
I don't like the library, so I'll go with you guys.
How can you not like the library?
Yeah.
Full of
grief.
books.
3 and 3, and we
I
probably
think maybe he got sick of spending 8 months at a library while we were apart.
I
Yeah.
promise to try really
3 and 3, and we have a healer in each party, so we're okay.
Yeah.
So my question is, what are we're trying to look up information on the temple? Is that
On the temple, yeah.
chain.
The chain, the temple. Yeah.
great? So
Correctly restricted.
A god of darkness whose symbol is chains
I,
that makes tentacle creatures
well, we're gonna
and silly laughs.
wow, we're gonna have a little fun. I'm terrified.
go.
So terrified right now. Great. So you all make your rounds in all those temples that I really don't want to go in, and we will go to the library.
And no killing people.
They don't want to go in, so it's perfect.
Yep.
It is perfect.
And no killing people. Yes.
Right. No killing.
Avoid-
Wait. No killing people
Avoid
or no
avoid
killing
The
anyone.
well,
Avoid.
specify.
I mean,
avoid
words.
killing.
Wording is very specific.
avoid the black robed chained people.
I can
if
do
you
that
don't-
because they're
and
there.
And don't kill any townspeople.
Perfect. Library to the library. Let's
All right.
Let's all go to
You guys
the library.
Disguise
go.
yourselves.
Let's all go to the-
No.
Why?
Avoid being
I just
seen
slowly
I
pull my
can.
hood back up and put it on.
I mean,
How's that?
He's relatively normal looking.
I still have that hat.
just in case there's these acolytes looking. Because perhaps trying to find the name of their Dark Lord might arouse suspicion or something. You never know.
Right.
I do have my hat.
Time to go.
Put on.
Like, more
Right. So
literally.
you're wearing the hat of disguise.
Yes, and I will not look like a guard.
Okay. What do you?
You don't want to look like a guard?
Just a regular,
A commoner.
yeah, commoner. Bad experiences being a guard.
Let's be fair. Last time I tried to disguise myself, I was still floating four inches above the ground. So it was a bullshit idea.
Have you tried not floating?
No, I have not tried not floating. I don't have any
You've not
control
tried
over
not
that.
floating.
Have you tried not floating?
Have you tried not being a mutant?
We could always remove the hooves. I mean,
Remove
the,
the hooves. I thought you were my friend. What the fuck?
the horseshoes. I mean,
Oh shoot.
Oh, Stell, Arteron, Moritzar, you're going to try to find the library.
Yes, we are.
All right, Shelfan, Anaxun, Yorvik, in disguise as a commoner. You guys are going to try to make your way through the religious district.
Alms.
All right, very well. To start, you guys approach the next temple. There is a gauntlet. At this point in history, Torm is a lesser deity.
In any amount of history. Sorry.
You approach the temple, and again, I need you to go ahead and just make a quick wisdom check this time. +1 cat.
+1 happy
And
cat.
9.
Yes.
The voice is calling out. You hear them. Helm, we need you to protect us. The darkness has returned. Torm, we need your light to shine us to all that is good and holy and right in the world.
Thank God I can't hear that. More would be like, oh, bullshit.
And I will be
stumble a little.
right next to him if he stumbles.
Yeah, he stumbles a little bit. You don't fall.
No.
You just
I kind of grab him.
you're getting used to that feeling.
We need to speak to that high priest.
You enter and hail and well met.
Well, man.
And that radiant light just illuminates from you, and they all just
Hello.
smooth criminal. Yeah. They don't turn into Michael Jackson.
Rise.
They're like, are you here
Yeah,
to
I'm
protect
thinking
us?
of like Thriller out in front of the Dark Temple. That's what I'm picturing. Thanks. Continue.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. There it is.
We are here. We are here to help.
All right.
It's hard times in the city.
Oh, sir, it's so good that he has sent you.
Where is the leader of your temple, of your cathedral?
Oh, you would want to speak to Brother Frederick. He's out on business right now for the temples. He should be back in about a half an hour.
Oh. Could you make an audience for us to see him?
Almost certainly.
Good. Tell him we will be back. In a half hour?
He should be back in a half an hour. sir.
Okay. Very good.
What if we invite everyone to meet us in one spot? All of the leaders to meet us in one spot.
Good idea.
Yeah, get all the
But
people in one
I-
spot. Great. I'll have my fireball ready.
You're not here.
Can I ask you?
What would Moro
yes.
say right now?
What do you know?
Right? He'd say that's
What do
a
you
good
know of
idea.
that dark tower across the street?
Oh, it's a place of worship of darkness, and we think it's a temple of ill repute, but we have no proof. There's just strange happenings recorded throughout time that they seem to point back to the temple, but there's just no anything. I'll tell you this: nobody much likes it.
Oh, that's insightful.
I agree. We will be back to see Frederick. Thank you.
Thank you. Torm be praised. And Helm.
Tom and Helm will be praised. I tap you on the shoulder.
Everybody's named Frederick.
How could that's what I was getting.
Maybe it's Frederick.
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 Out of his listening range, as we're walking out, I look at him and say, "They're all named Frederick,
Go to
And they're
another
all-
temple and find out.
and they're all going to be back within an hour. No one's in the temple."
Don't tell me the guy who answers the door's name's Igor.
Not Igor. Igor.
Let's go to another temple.
Oh,
another
now I
one.
have all of the songs in my head.
There it is.
We go to the temple of Sylvanus.
Okay, you make your way over to the Temple of Sylvanus. It's a few doors away.
Okay.
Good day, sir.
That's
Good
not
day.
the song I was thinking. Nothing.
We are here to see the head of your temple,
Oh,
the leader of your temple.
You would want to see Brother Richard.
Brother Richard. Okay.
Like Frederick?
Like Frederick? Frederick
Richard.
Richard?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Totally playing conspiracy.
I'm 16.
Yes, you are.
so is he in?
Yes, he
is.
he's busy at the moment. However, he has a private audience.
Oh.
The song I was thinking.
Well,
Is it Frederick and Frederick?
Is it Frederick and Frederick? well,
Do you literally ask that question?
I would.
Could we wait then? Would he be? How long would he be?
Oh,
About a half hour.
I'm not sure. They're having a meeting right now in regards to that dark temple, which has reappeared overnight.
That's why we're here. I think we should be privy to this meeting as well.
Make a perception check.
I mean, I am a glowing good dude, so you should trust me and let me in.
20.
You are in fact not glowing.
Oh.
And I don't hear.
Is this a bad thing that the temple has reappeared?
Well, nothing good has
ain't
come from that
good.
temple. We all have our suspicions about what they do in there, but nobody can confirm. Nobody's been inside.
We have.
It was dark.
You're going to have to leave right now.
No,
We were the ones that destroyed the
we
monster.
destroyed it the first time.
It was you.
Yes.
I thought that was a young man with a bow.
Bow guy!
There were reports of a child with a bow.
He was with us.
Oh, child. Hey, man, child.
He's Bow Guy. He's out front.
Bow guy. Yes, that's his official name. Bow guy.
Oh, guy.
Gotta make
No.
some, gotta make some t-shirts.
Should.
I thought it was Bugatti.
We totally should.
Bow Guy.
Bow guy.
You're not there.
I thought that was the family name. I did not realize.
He's one of our friends. He's looking into this matter as well.
We need to speak to your elders,
Oh, well,
please. If they're talking about this now, we
may I
need
ask
to get in.
who you are that you would seek audience, that I should interrupt their
We are
meeting?
the Knights of Eldermythe.
I was just going to say that.
With the Opera Man voice?
I'm Shelfan. This is Onyxum, and this is Yolith.
Such decadent men traveling with such a common man. It is.
Yes.
You are clearly.
He's my squire.
I'm decadent.
You guys are decadent.
You are clearly men of good nature. I will. Let
Good
them
thing I
know
didn't go with you.
that Sir,
Our
that
intentions are good.
Sir Shalfan
Shelfan, yes.
and
Fan.
Onyxun.
Yes.
Sir Shalfan,
Yes.
Sir Onyxun, seek audience. I will be
Sir, like that.
right.
No.
And
don't
Squire
get used to
York.
it.
Squire York.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Squire,
he-
you are.
He shuffles back, and you see in this temple, it's adorned with branches. There's although
this is so
outside it
honest.
is an urban setting, there are living plants, living beings inside this temple, very much alive, very vibrant. And
We've been in the Temple of Sylvanas before.
You have.
Yes.
It almost appears bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
TARDIS. TARDIS Temple.
And I chose Sylvanas instead
TARDIS
of another
tree
god of
temple.
light
Tree TARDIS?
because
Yeah, I think so.
I had a feeling that Richard was going to be busy again.
I
Or
got a feeling.
Dick, whatever his name is.
Anytime Dick or Harry.
Dick or
Anytime Dick's busy, you don't want to interrupt.
Tom, Dick, or Stanley, and they'll tell you whose team they prefer to be on.
All right. So you wait a few moments, and comes back up and says, "They'll be ready to receive you in about 5 minutes."
Thank you.
Meanwhile, back out on the streets.
Meanwhile,
Back in the halls of justice. Back out on the street.
it's the word on the
More
street,
tar-
Artie.
Stella, you guys are trying to find a library.
And
It's pretty. The streets are pretty bare this morning. There's not a whole lot of people out. You do
They're
once
afraid
again
that some random
pass.
people will kill them in the
You do once
street.
again pass the guy scrubbing the cobblestone street.
trying to wash away the stains of blood.
I just elbow Arterar on the way by.
Good luck, Spider.
You also look. There's somebody washing the window.
Preparing for.
No, that's where the. Oh yeah, yeah. That was a nice shot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you, Mortar.
We've lost you,
No,
Jason.
we
I
don't
cannot
hear
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Hey!
Cities are my favorite terrain.
Cities are your favorite terrain. Yes.
For real.
So I bet I can find a library.
I'm looking at Stell. Like I don't.
believe favored terrain gives you.
Oh, come on.
What if I just go up to a person
That's what I was gonna do.
that's walking around and I ask them if they know where the library is?
There is that guy scrubbing the cobblestone.
Great. Hey, sir.
Oh,
Hey, scrubbing guy.
No. Do you know where the library is?
Is it the place with books?
Yes, books.
Yeah, so you want to go back out to the main entrance,
Right.
and then when you get there at the intersection, you want to bang a.
I can tell this is very valuable information.
You're going to bang a left.
Maybe we should find somebody who can read and ask them.
You're gonna head
Right.
about. You're gonna cross like 2 streets.
I am out of patience.
And then it will be on.
For your time, and I just start walking away because I have zero patience for that. None. I thank him very much for his time, and I walk away.
I flip him a copper.
Oh, thank you.
I would flip him something else, though. Let's go.
He takes the copper and tucks it away in his pants.
He is the opposite
Bite
of
it.
helpful.
Keep
He
cleaning
goes
up
to
that
go
blood.
by the entrance, and then blah, 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 blah.
Take a left.
Great, let's go. Maybe we should find someone literate to ask.
Yes, I was thinking that same thing. Maybe somebody that actually looks like they might be able to read.
Well, let's head towards the entrance anyway.
And you,
But he
Find a
can't-
guard, perhaps.
Into the exit.
you really don't want to get the entrance and the exit.
No, those are very important things to not mix up.
So are you
Exit's
making?
not an entrance.
You're making your way back to the entrance of the
Yes.
city. All right, you make your way towards there. You pass a few more people out on the street.
No one's studious looking.
Nobody, carrying a book, wearing like little glasses.
And a white and blue dress singing. No.
How about any literate people? Do we have any of that?
Why don't you go ahead
Can
and
do a
roll
literacy check?
What about
go ahead and roll
concierge?
an investigation
What
check.
about a concierge desk?
Concierge.
What does this say? What does this say?
You check your triptych.
7.
Oh
7.
God. Harder.
Still
I mean,
shit.
there's people.
All right. So someone who
They look common.
who seems to be a little more well dressed.
They all look pretty common.
Pretty common.
Yeah.
So let's walk back toward
What about a guard?
and go left.
As
Those-
you
those
make
guys
your
are
way,
different.
they're all dead. As you make
Stop. They make fantastic target practice.
you are
Am I
as you
right?
near the front square that is just outside of the entrance to the city wall. You do encounter a small squad of guards. There are 6 of them.
Mhm.
And you also see that there are some more finely dressed people. There are some caravans that are collecting in the square
Mhm.
that look like they may be venturing forth from the city.
Finely dressed people probably read.
That's exactly what I was going for. Making a class differential. Let's
Mm.
go for someone. who
Let's
is
stereotype,
well-
guys.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go
mean,
for them.
Typical fantasy world. Let's
Why not?
go for the nearest well-dressed male that's nearby.
The nearest well-dressed male.
Now there goes all of our viewers.
You have successfully offended everyone.
I mean,
You forgot to identify what color skin.
that's true
Yeah, I
because
know.
your description describes
Well,
me.
seeing as we walk around with a blue guy,
Blue guy.
I'm well dressed, and I'm a guy.
Well-dressed
So
blue man.
Yeah, you are a
I meet all of your criteria,
It's true.
and I read,
This is true.
She's
but
the
I
chick
don't know.
playing the
Playing the
dude.
dude.
Disguised.
That was actually in several episodes where I
That
was more in
All right.
disguise as a chick. Anyway,
You do find
Good times.
a gentleman.
Moira
He is
card.
a copper color skin.
Okay.
And he is wearing a fantastic silk robe.
Okay.
He says, "Yes, hello. How can I help you today?
I am in search of a library.
Are you? Well, you're going to might I ask, what is it that you're looking to inquire about?"
Books.
I, being a purveyor of fine books and literature, may be able to assist you.
Library. Not buying.
Well,
Browsing.
good day to you then, sir.
Shirt.
May you find that which you seek.
Maybe the library in this town is a private venture. You just offended the librarian.
And he
Just goes about his way.
goes about his way.
Well, that went really well.
Maybe I shouldn't do the talking.
You think I should?
Stell looks over at you and says, I think the operative word there is duh.
Nah.
Oh, Stell. Fine. Are there any other
Should I go talk to him? I doubt he noticed me.
people in the area?
Yeah, that is a brilliant idea, Stell.
So Stell's gonna go
You
talk
should
to
go
him.
talk to the same guy.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Have fun. If you need me, I'll open up a little message. If you need me, reply.
Will do.
Have fun.
So
Both.
I go over, walk around so the guy doesn't see me coming from their direction, and walk up to the gentleman.
Make a stealth check.
A stealth check?
Make a stealth check. Yeah.
A stealth check.
It's like
Yep.
63.
Yep. I'm still stealth.
25.
25. Yeah, you successfully sort of disappear for the moment, come back around. You,
No check.
being you, just pop
Well,
up.
remember I have advantage on stealth checks, so.
Yeah, no, I know. I know. I made the magic item.
So I walk up to the gentleman and say, "Excuse me, sir.
Oh, well, hello there.
Hey up there.
Oh,
I happen to overhear you saying something about books, and I am a scholar myself. Do you sell books?"
down. Says, I am a purveyor of fine literature and books, yes.
What sort of books do you sell?
Oh, all sorts. What is it that you're looking for?
Books on religion.
Religion. Have you tried the churches?
Oh, God.
Well, most of them tend to stick to hymns and boring books, not treatises that discuss comparative religion.
Oh, interesting. You found the right guy.
He's a theology major.
I see. Yes, I might have a comparative study of religions.
Is it contemporary? Does it include details about gods, for instance, that might actually have temples here in town?
I'm sure it would, but if you're looking for information about the temples in town, would you be more interested in maybe the history of Luskin?
That's a possibility, yes.
That's a great idea.
Yes, we have the great story of Luskin. It's written by a fantastic author.
Oh, who?
Why? That'd be me, of course.
Yeah.
And I apologize for not asking in advance such an illustrious persona as yourself. May I know your name, sir?
Sure. Gilderoy.
Gilderoy Lockhart?
Loosely based.
I know. But the smiles you were giving now.
Gilderoy. No, he introduces himself as Diedrich.
I'm writing that down mentally. No, I'm gonna write it down for real.
Diedrich, Frederick, wrote Frederick.
It's like Todrick. but
Diedrich,
different.
Frederick,
See, very
Richard.
very
Richard.
Germanic.
It's all about the Ricks, man.
Say
Would it be possible for me to see these books and determine if I might want to purchase one?
Wow, the delay. That
I was gonna
was
say.
amazing.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm getting a delay from your side as well.
Whoa.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Interesting indeed. Yeah, he indicates that he'd be happy to allow you to peruse a copy of his book, but nothing more than the first chapter. So if you don't mind, I must keep some.
Of course.
It's an autobiography.
He says, you know, if you wish to buy a copy, I could sign it for you.
Well, let's see if it's what I'm looking for first.
All right. He pulls out a tome from his own personal satchel, and he presents it to you, and it's covered in the finest of leather. There is, in fact, a painting
But is that
on the leather
leather
cover,
like my book?
and it says, you know, Luskin,
So
Land of Mystery, by Diedrich.
By Diedrich. Can I take a quick skim of the first chapter?
Sure. You quickly skim through the first chapter, and it, you know, details how Luskin was established, how it was it's a trade bay. The ships came in, and that it was naturally a great place to build up, to build trade, and to be a port city.
Is it actually well written?
It is. Make a. Yeah, I mean, no, you don't need to make any kind of a check. You would know. It is well written. It is finely crafted. The words, you know, each sentence is within 140 characters. It is both easy to digest and intriguing and informative in its read.
How much would a book of this like this cost me?
Well, this is a limited edition.
Of course it is.
Scam.
We are.
I must say, you have a happy talent of composition.
Why, thank you. I appreciate it. I will sign it for you for no extra charge.
It's your lucky day still.
However, if you would like to buy it, it will set you back 2 gold.
I think that's a fair price, to be honest.
What? There's no haggling.
I do wish.
Considering the last book Stell bought cost like 4,000 gold.
You bought a magic book.
It. I know it's
different.
No, he stole a magic book.
It's a little bit more than your common book, but I think it's been a labor of love for me.
And I actually, have to, whoever, did you scribe it yourself? I mean, this is beautiful work.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
almost art, like art.
I did practice my calligraphy. However, no, that is my young
Just
apprentice
rolling
who
my
has
eyes
done
at
this
that
particular copy.
Your apprentice has
roll
quite a bit of talent himself.
Guys.
Thank you. I've worked long and hard to get.
So I pull 2 gold out of my pouch and hand it to him.
I just lean over to Art.
Thank you,
This
good
is
sir.
nauseating.
And I hope you find the information about our lovely Luskin.
And if you would sign it to Stell, please.
Stell, of course. Is that you, young man?
That is my name. Yes.
Young man, you're so young because you're small still.
To
Yeah.
Stell, the finest halfling and most well-read halfling I have ever met.
I don't meet many halflings, do you?
You're the only halfling I've ever met.
And you look as he signs Diedrich, and it actually matches the by Diedrich on the cover. He hands the book back to you. You will want to give that a moment to dry.
Of course.
And for $9.99,
Hey!
I have volume 2.
It slices, it dices, it
There's
makes julienne
more.
fries. It's volume 2.
Book protector for your new book.
For just $32.99 plus
Hey,
shipping
kid.
and handling.
I got you Jack Chap.
There it is.
Jack
Jack
Chop.
Chap.
All right, so I walk back to the others, blowing on the ink to make it dry.
All right.
So he's blowing his book.
He's blowing his
Great.
book.
Okay.
Yes.
Just checking. Hey, Stella, you having fun?
Actually, that guy can write.
Great. Did you get anything useful?
Well, we'll find out once I read this book, but it's a history of Luskin.
Well, I suppose that could be useful. If it-
There's an index.
Right? Look up, go to the back and look up Creepy Temple and see, see what you find.
You didn't ask if there was a glossary.
Shit.
I'm pretty sure most fantasy based books that are written in this world do not have indexes or glossaries.
It has both.
Table of contents and glossary. All right.
So I disagree.
At best, it would have a table of contents.
There is no table of contents.
Okay.
Well,
Well-
it's going to take you quite some time to read.
I can skim quite well. I got quite talented at that at Candlekeep.
Great. So do you want to do that quickly, or should we still try to find a library?
So you guys start looking for the library. I'll read as we walk.
Okay.
Great. This way. Like, just hang on to Stell.
I do not need a leash.
Sure.
So Moro just straps on the backpack leash.
Yeah, it's the teddy bear one.
It's the teddy bear
Yeah,
one.
let's go, Stell. No, but
Hey,
I will
you know
make
what?
Stell walk.
You know what would actually work much better? I could ride on your shoulders.
We did do that once. That one time it
Prop the
worked
book
out.
up on the
Drop the
horns.
book on your horns.
Comes with a free book rest.
I mean, it's like exactly the right size. It's
But-
exactly the right size.
Sure.
Make a strength check. Make it athletic.
Oh, come on. It's all crap. Oh, 18.
18.
I'm the one who's got to keep his balance. That's not a problem.
Yeah,
Right, I have to hold you.
pick
My
him up.
strength is this many.
You pick up Stell and just plop him right on your shoulders without any problem. I mean, you're all of what, 35 pounds?
30.
30.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm like a heavy book.
Okay. Technically, he's like 2 heavy books right now. Plus some gear.
The extra 5 pounds is your gear. 35.
Yeah. All right. So you guys sort of follow those vague directions by the street scrubber.
Yeah.
As you sort of approach that location, back in the Temple of Sylvanas,
Hey, perfect time.
if you wouldn't mind, my dear,
Yes.
could you refill my fantastic skull?
With
Nice.
The fantastic Skeletor cup.
Surprise me. Surprise me. Something new.
Yes.
Um, Brother Richard comes out.
I apologize in advance, Stell, if you start licking anyone.
Ooh. Glug, 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 glug. Brother Richard comes out and he says, Sir Shalfon, Sir Anxun, Squire Yorvith, well met.
Well met.
I
Keon
am,
Yorvith.
I'm Brother
Zog,
Richard,
zog.
and I am
Zog,
the
zog.
head of this Temple of Sylvanas.
Snoo snoo.
I understand you have information about the Dark Temple.
Well, we destroyed it yesterday, and it is
There
bad.
it is.
Indeed.
Yes.
You are not the first.
And we won't be the last.
Who protects this temple? What deity protects it?
There has never been a declared deity to this temple, which I think is part of why many of us of faith fear it.
It's the void.
Why has the city not rallied to get rid of it?
There is no
Because it keeps coming.
jurisdiction for us to do so in a way that is permanent. Those who have tried of their own accord have been met with failure.
I mean, we physically removed the damn building yesterday.
The people of this land, of this town, I feel want it gone. And I'm here to help them.
It's very perceptive.
And I am here with my friends to oversee this.
So you would go outside of the law to do this?
We would like the law and the temples of light and the temples of nature to the temples of nature too, as well, to help us defeat this common enemy.
If it truly is a plague, and it is here against everybody's will.
Sorry, I just had a realization. Sorry.
Then should we not at least try?
My heart says yes, as would that of many of our colleagues. But it is something we must discuss. Will you join me for a brief discussion in my private chamber?
Of course. Oh my, that's cool.
Brother Frederick and Brother Frederick.
Oh, of
Frederick and Frederick.
You've met them.
We haven't met them, but I have an audience with them, and this would be great.
Well, they are here.
Oh, good.
We are discussing the return of the Dark Temple, and maybe you could bring your proof of its ill will towards the town into the conversation, so that maybe we can get the side of the law aligned with, I think, what would be our common goal.
Yes. We will gladly discuss this with you. We have 3 friends returning, hopefully shortly. They went to seek a library.
Only one of us is shortly.
A library.
Yes, is there a library here in town?
The only libraries within town are those that are attached to the temples.
Oh shit! Well, we're on a great mission,
well,
guys.
We're really great
They'll-
kids.
They're so
Our friends
good.
will be back. It might take them time to figure that out, but we'll
Don't
again.
go,
We'd like
puppy.
to meet with Frederick and Frederick.
Very well. Come with me.
It sounds like a law firm.
Yeah.
Frederick and Frederick.
Frederick and Richard.
Frederick and Richard
And sons.
Esquire.
So we follow him.
No, the squire's over there.
There's the
You're
squire.
the Squire.
All right.
Yeah.
And
You
the
guys,
Squire. Frederick, Richard, and Squire.
you guys enter his private chamber. It's a very lavishly decorated chamber. It is, probably 30 foot by 30 foot.
You're looking at me, but I'm not there.
I know you're
Okay.
not. Let's be honest. If I'm going to put my focus on somebody,
Oh,
in this
that's
thing,
so nice.
it's- yeah, everybody. Follows.
Yeah. Less viewers.
More sales of anti-nausea medication.
Hey.
So,
Brought to you by
Hey.
official sponsor of
Of
the Knights of
Eldermythe.
Eldermythe.
Lisa's not hypnotized.
It's a 30 foot by 30 foot chamber.
And
It
it's
is
lavish.
lavishly decorated
Yeah.
with living plants.
Oh.
You actually see, you do see some critters. Actually, not those critters.
Yes, it's full of nerdy people watching Critical.
This the best.
Good day,
They're small.
good day.
Good day.
Sorry.
You see small, squirrels, chipmunks, bunnies.
Bunny.
No weasels.
Oh.
There's a
Just wait.
distinct lack of weasels.
Lack of weasels.
We can
But
fix
you do
that.
see, some birds. The ceilings are just ornately high in this private chamber.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
even the ceilings are high here.
Yeah, man.
Hey man, I'm like
Um,
so high.
and
There
there
is a
is-
tree in here.
There's some plant life, and there is a large tree in the back,
Okay.
right hand corner. And the branches grow up, and there are vines that come off the tree and actually interweave into the stonework of the chamber. In the center, there is a large stone slab, and around it sit 3 gentlemen. And Brother Richard sits down, and there's really no other place
Which
at the
one?
table to sit. And he says, Sir Shalfan,
Yes.
Sir Onyxon, Squire Yorvith, may I introduce to you Frederick, brother of Torm. And he points to a small, halfling-sized man. Well met.
Well met.
And may I present to you Helm. And there's a 6-foot-tall, dark-skinned human. He says, well met,
Well met.
friends. I am to understand that you have information on the doctor.
Well, our information is that we were there. We did knock it down within 1 day. We did defeat the monster that they sent out at us. We did defeat some of their clerics, and yet it's back.
Yes, this has been, as it has been each time it has fallen.
Each time.
Yes, this is not the first. It is troubling that when destroyed by those who would take the law into their hands, that it just seems to come back. This time much quicker.
What if a collaboration of the temples of light, the temples of nature, the law, the city watch, the guards, the lords of the city,
What if you flooded it with holy water?
would that collaboration of people, of power, hopefully collapse this temple once and for all?
It's possible, but what charge would we have against the temple? They have not done anything outwardly.
The charge of the people.
Charge of the people.
I mean, they blatantly attacked us yesterday. We defended ourselves and destroyed everything.
I can't speak for the law because we are not the law of the town,
Yes.
but I can tell you that
I speak for
There
the
has
people
been-
of this town.
I'm
As I hear in my mind the help that they're begging for to topple this evil.
he stops and he looks at you and he says, remove your hood. And as you do, a golden, radiant crown appears above your head. And you feel, and your wings just unfurl on their own. And both Frederick and Frederick both kneel. Smooth criminal.
Those are my lawyers.
They both take a knee, shall they both take a knee?
Sir, we did not know. Oh, you have come to help us. He has sent you to help us. Are you here for Torm? Of course not. He is here for Helm. Clearly, he is a man of Helm.
I'm
I
here
don't
for
know. I see the crown. He must be a man of Torm.
He represents all light.
They both look at each other and they start talking.
Right now.
And they're having a sidebar conversation at the bench. Meanwhile,
I take
Richard.
my hammer down as the judge.
Meanwhile, Richard steps up and he says, Sir Shalfan,
Yes.
my companions say that you are a representation of the light. Is this true?
I am.
Are you
I'm
a
here.
representation of the light of Torm or of Helm?
I'm a representation of all light. I'm here to help. And with the aid of my friends, we are here to clean the blight from this city.
But do you do so in the name of Helm or do you do so in the name of Torm?
I do so in the name of all gods of light.
Have you ever heard of Habakkuk?
Sounds like a fish.
Right? That's what I said.
He is the Fisher King.
I have no
Would be
need.
good with, I think, some breading, maybe a little butter.
A little tartar sauce.
I have no need to declare whom I serve. I serve all.
You see,
Blasphemy!
Schedule's really busy.
the only problem with that is there is only but one other who seeks to serve, but not in a name.
Meanwhile, back out on the street.
And that's the evil building.
Back out on the street.
We're having a shit time finding
You're
this
having
library.
a really hard time. You've made that left, and you've crossed now 2 streets. I need you to go ahead, all 3 of you, and roll an investigation
Roll a
check.
stupidity check.
Roll an investigation check to see what you might see on the street.
Aren't I paying attention to my book? So
You are
7.
at a disadvantage, sir.
I rolled a 10 because there's a halfling on my head.
see, the funny thing about disadvantage is when you roll an 18 and a 19, and your investigation is plus 13.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
still a really good roll.
All right, so you guys are just kind of stumbling along down the street. And
Go that way.
Stell
I'm
is-
just walking and Stell just grabs my horns.
Stell is
and
nose in the
Like
book
Ratatouille.
and
Yeah,
literally,
yeah, like,
literally
just
just
like
says,
Ratatouille.
he's in the book, he's like,
What about over there?
It's over on the right-hand side,
What?
right over there.
Here, what?
It's Diedrich's bookshop. It's right there.
Oh, great.
And he just half-raised in the book. And it's Diedrich's Delightful Books.
They certainly
Delightful.
are. Great. I suppose we're going in, right, Stell?
Ah, Gilmore.
Right.
So I'm guessing- I'm
Channeling
guessing-
Gilmore and a
That's
little,
the closest thing to a library then is this guy's shop of the book that I'm reading.
great.
Because that's his name is Diedrich. See, Diedrich. He even signed it to me.
Thank you. You should clearly treasure that always.
It's actually really good.
Do you think he has books on other subjects that are relevant to what we're looking for?
Could
or
be
should
if you
we
don't
look
insult him.
somewhere else? What?
It could be if you don't insult him.
Stell, you've made it through the section that details the first pirate invasion of Luskin, where they actually came into town and just completely took over,
Look at this. It's got pirates. Pirates are cool.
ransacked the town, basically toppled the religious district, all government buildings, and it took, a good 10 years to rebuild the town.
Do you actually yell pirates are cool? I'm like,
Do you?
Bemis was a pirate.
A few people in the town look up at you with a
Pirate stories.
They're just horrified.
He's just reading a fictional story. He's really excited about it.
He said something about pirates.
He's reading a book about pirates. He's very just. It's fine.
Look, they say yar, and they've got cute birds that and on their shoulders with beg legs.
Very sharp swords, and they like to take things and destroy the town.
No, okay,
Story.
not those kind of pirates.
No.
Those are mean pirates.
Friendly pirates, still.
Yeah.
Yes, like Bemis.
Right.
The only dragonborn I never hated.
Right.
Anyway,
Okay, so there's no pirate invasion, right?
No.
There's no pirate invasion
perfectly said.
today.
Oh,
Today.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Please.
Calm down.
Sort of make their way back along. You look in to
God, touchy, aren't they?
and it
A
is
little.
the open sign is clearly displayed out the window.
Great. It's great. It's open. Should we go in? You can see your fantastic friend again.
Well, we can see whether there's any other useful books and then head back to the others.
Great. That sounds perfect. I don't feel like we're having a lot of luck in locating any kind of library. It's a town of illiteracy. Is really what's the problem.
It kind of was founded by pirates,
You make a point.
Which are very cool, apparently.
but apparently
I
not
just
very
heard
literate.
I walk in the building.
But apparently not very literate.
Pirates.
Look, there's a story in here about a guy, who had his hand eaten by a crocodile. It's actually kind of cool.
Hook. That sounds great. That's fantastic. What and then what?
I don't know. I haven't. Would you let me read? I mean, good
Hurry
grief.
up and let me know what happens. I walk into the shop.
You do find out that a young fae chases off that pirate, and that the help of a pixie.
Of course.
Licky licky, I got hooky.
The great thing about that joke. The great thing about that joke.
What's
is
that?
The great thing about that joke is it never gets old.
Yeah.
Oh God!
That is the pun of the night, I think.
You get the pun of the night, sir. Take one inspiration for that.
Nice. That was good.
Damn!
Good, good.
We haven't been inspired in a long time.
It's been a while.
I'm feeling very uninspired.
The door is open. You open the door.
It's ajar.
The door is unlocked. You open the door. A bell rings as the door passes across, and you hear from behind the counter. Hello.
I 100% like duck
Oh yeah.
and go through the door so that
Yeah.
I'm not like close
Don't hit my head on the door.
on the door.
Hello.
Stella's like reading a book.
Hello. How are you?
I'm actually pretty sure that Stella has a high enough dex that even if you did that, he'd probably still duck down
Like limbo.
lower than your horns.
Your tall friend and his friend on top of the tall friend, and you. Hello.
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 Hi. How may we be of
Well,
assistance to you today?
he just purchased a fantastic book from you, and so we were here to see what.
Is this the same guy or is this somebody else?
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Young man.
Are you Diedrich's apprentice?
Indeed.
Your penmanship is fabulous.
Well, thank you. I've been studying.
So we actually came by the shop to see if you had any other books that might be helpful to us. I just purchased this from your master, Diedrich.
Did he sign it for you?
He did.
It's fantastic. He's a very, very good man.
Actually, he's a really good writer. Yeah, I'm actually quite impressed.
You know, describing his words, it's a pleasure.
Would it be possible for my friends to take a look around and see what other books you have available?
Absolutely. Is there something maybe I can help you find?
Well, I purchased this book on the history of Luskin, but I'm also looking to. We're also looking to see if there's anything on, perhaps, comparative religions of the Luskin area.
Have you made it to the section about the religious district and when it was destroyed?
The original destruction. Yes.
Oh no, you don't want to go forward. There were.
What page?
I don't remember the page number, but it's
289.
It's like three destructions of the town after the original. So it'd be about the fourth.
I hop down off of Moro's shoulder and walk over to him. Like, can you help me find that section?
Yeah, it should be. And,
You walk over, only you're on my shoulders.
I said I hop down.
Make an acrobatics check first of all.
I mean, you could just guide me with the horns and I'll go. It's fine.
Acrobatics check is 28.
28.
Yeah.
You do a little barrel roll off Moro's shoulder, tuck the book in.
I'm like, some warning would have been great.
And you come up on your feet and you put the book out on the counter in front of him very impressively and say, "Could you show me the section?" And he just
Show off.
puts it right there. And he's like, within 5 pages or so, it should be right about here.
All right, I start skimming.
Okay. We start reading, and apparently there was yet another pirate attack.
I can see why they have problems with pirates.
It's funny. Here's a
Coastal towns, pirates.
It's a secret about Luskin. There's always pirates here. They're not the most literate. So Diedrich,
Tell me about it.
being the fine scholar he is, has decided to make sure the history of Luskin has been chronicled properly from the narrations and stories and retellings from the different families who have been here throughout the years and who have persisted throughout the many invasions.
All right, so Stell buries his nose in the book
All right.
to see what he can find over the next couple pages while everybody else continues to talk.
Sure. Now, you're reading the book. He looks to you two and he says, "And gentlemen, what is it that maybe we could help you with today?"
How long have you lived here?
Oh, I've been here now with Diedrich for probably the better part of 30 or 40 years. He's a very young-looking elf.
Okay. What do you know of the Holy District?
Well,
It's missing one very important temple.
I would say that the religious rite of Luskin are
You say right.
The religious rite, or
Or R-I-T-E.
R-I-T-E.
Oh, thank you. Clarification.
A man who knows how to spell. Fantastic.
Oh,
I would say that
now I'm like, oh, really?
you the religious rite here are a bit peculiar, where many seek a commonality in their deities. They get lost in the politics. Who has the most sway over the people? Most followers that attempt who
That's
seek
silly.
their favor?
Mm-hmm.
Should just be who's the best deity.
And quite frankly, I don't know that they really are in touch with those they claim to worship.
And what do you mean by that statement?
I just get the sense, and I'm not a religious person myself, I find religion is so buried in the past. I'm more of a man of...
Just looking at the cleric. you're literally talking to the cleric.
of modernity, of the new, the odd, the things that aren't explained.
He said odd and curious.
Those are the things that
I
interest
message
me.
you. Ask him what his name is.
He's a young elf.
I'm like, oh, please, goddess, just ask him what his name is. I message Arterar.
Arterar looks at you, stares, goes back, says, odd.
Yes, things that religion can't explain. The
Curious.
arcane. Where does that power come from?
I believe it may come from a deity. Your oath to the deity would grant
Yes,
you
you
some
talk about the
powers of
old powers, the weak powers.
weak.
Ah, yes.
You are not making friends, sir.
I never caught your name.
I never offered it. But greetings. I'm Elmoric.
Oh!
More like.
Yeah, still kind of makes a noise too.
I messaged Stell and I'm
Poker
just like,
face.
Stell!
Greetings. I am Arterar.
What a curious name.
Thank you. Tis a family name.
Well met, Arderar.
Well met, Elmoric.
So what books can I help you find today?
The funny thing is Stell's the only one who really didn't have any conversations with Elmoric, although he knows about it. He only entered the shop once.
I was in the shop that he had this amazing mirror. And I never got to go back. Shit. Anyway.
I am specifically interested in one particular temple that is in the Holy District.
Yes, you are, aren't you?
It's more like the unholy district.
You speak of the Dark Temple, don't you?
I do.
You're very
How do you know?
No, because there's only one temple that anybody would really care to research. Nobody knows. Not even Diedrich.
Hmm.
It appeared one day, and I believe this is probably young halfling. This is probably the information you seek, yes?
Perhaps. It is curious.
Isn't it?
God.
It just appeared.
Yeah.
It just appeared
So,
one day.
what
Shortly
did the
thereafter,
assistant
after
think
the
of this?
fourth invasion,
I don't know.
they were
Try
rebuilding the religious district.
Mhm.
They had completed a temple to Hel.
Mhm.
They had completed the temple to Sylvanas.
An extra temple to Cthulhu.
And
Oh.
the next day, when they came in, they were seeking to build a young god.
To whom?
I don't know.
You seem to know so much.
This detail is not known to me. But what I do know is that in the lot that temple was to be built,
Mhm.
the Dark Tower
Mhm.
stood where it had not been the day prior. Shortly thereafter, acolytes dressed in dark robes were seen, and strange happenings began happening throughout the town.
Snap, they didn't even pay for the land, yo.
Now, nobody contested because nobody could prove that they had done anything wrong. The land was granted to those who serve a greater power. And there was no one to make a claim against the temple that was built.
A greater power.
I've got a great idea.
May I message Moro? Please, son of a sugar. Hold that idea.
That's a great idea.
It is a great idea.
Okay.
I'm on board with this idea.
It's still thinking to himself, this is another one of those awful ideas, isn't it?
No, it's a
Stella,
great
unfortunately,
idea.
hasn't heard any of this.
You can't hear
I
that.
know, but he has that.
Message,
He has seen that look on
message
Moro's face
was-
before.
I love message. It's my favorite.
All right. Hello, Alex. Sorry.
What?
Apparently, my brother is watching.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hey.
No, not the one with
No, different one.
By the way, Dawn says that she's hooked on this.
Oh. Yay!
Hooked
Haha, because pirates.
because pirates.
Good form.
Bad form, Mr. Smee.
Thank you. Thank you.
What about Smee? What about
Something
me?
else to be said.
You're
There was-
confused because Moro's just like in
Yeah,
your head
yeah,
being
pretty
like,
much.
temple.
There's-
How would one go about laying claim?
Well, first we decimate
Well,
the temple.
As said, that space was originally granted for followers of another deity. However, after the Black Temple,
already asked
the
that.
Dark Temple appeared, there was no followers, no recollection of who they followed.
Would there been
As if they were torn out of time.
As if they never existed, yes.
Interesting.
would there be documentation of the grant?
One would think. But curiously, there is not.
How do you know that there isn't?
Do you know how many copies of that book I have written?
How many?
At least 50. By hand. By my own hand.
It is a beautiful hand.
Well, thank you.
He's got
Glad
two
you
of them.
appreciate it.
I don't suppose I could get your signature as well.
I would not desecrate such a lovely tome.
Perhaps on a separate piece of paper that I might keep with the book, because I feel at some point in the future you might actually be famous yourself for different reasons.
He looks at you with a very inquisitive and strange look and says, No, I don't think I will provide my
so
signature
much for
you.
learning who wins the next World Series.
I will not help you, Mr. Biff Tannen. But what I can tell you, and you can read this for yourself from Diedrich's fantastic book, that all claims to that space when the day of the Dark Tower appeared. And there has been a distrust for the past 100 years as it has stood.
What was the date? The exact date. Is that in here? When the temple rose.
I believe it is. I don't recall it at this point in time, but it was.
Is that in here?
It should be in the book. I don't.
This is why we can be friends.
Yes. It was. Mid-year. 1324, I believe, was as it was written.
Still
Check. It should be.
I will.
It should be maybe 5 to 10 pages ahead of where you are right there.
I checked.
You skim forward, and it is, it does in fact describe mid-year 1324.
I messaged.
This is very helpful.
Go back then.
Yep.
Are we done here, or did you want to continue to browse the?
I think we have the information that we need.
Fantastic.
We shall return.
Thank you so much for your time.
I'm absolutely sure. I'm absolutely sure that we will see you again.
Well, I hope so. You've been very delightful company.
I'm certain that will happen.
I do have to say, since you're so inquisitive about the Dark Tower, have you known that it has been destroyed?
Yesterday.
Yes, I heard it was destroyed yesterday. Has it returned yet?
Yes.
How many times has it been destroyed?
How amazing.
That's not the word I'd use.
I would say disturbing.
Infuriating. Disturbing. Curious.
Curious, yes. Curious. I like that.
Yeah. But
it's a great word, isn't it?
Before?
It's been destroyed.
Oh, boy.
No less than 4 times that I know.
This place sucks.
The interesting thing, now you say it's already back.
It is.
Yes. Why does it normally take longer?
Indeed.
How long?
The first time it was destroyed, there was a barbarian. He came through with an anger and strength unseen by this time. He was, in fact, the strength of an entire brute squad in one man.
Brute squad.
What's his name, Andre?
Yes.
He destroyed
Physic.
a strange being that came forth from the tower and destroyed it
A
as
bean.
it appeared.
With tentacles?
It did not have tentacles, no. It was a strange purplish color, though. And what I do know is that he destroyed, in the process of battling this creature, he destroyed the temple. And within a week's time, the temple reappeared.
That was the first time.
That was the first time.
And the second time?
The second time, my understanding is that the temple
1 week.
reappeared in 5 days' time.
5 days. And then the third time in 3 days?
No.
Okay, I'm just guessing. I was just continue.
Mathing.
I was mathing, yes.
Why would you think 3 days?
Because it was 7 days, and then it was 5 days, and so then I minus 2
because
more.
the 2
yes,
and then the
see?
That is
Logic.
incredible logic, my friend.
Thank you. So how long did it take the third
Are you
time?
aware that your skin is blue?
I was in fact aware of that.
Why? Are you
Why?
a moon elf?
That's an interesting question. Yes.
Interesting.
You have seen in a mirror.
Shut up.
Oh, very interesting. and
Isn't
intriguing.
it though?
It is. It is quite curious.
Why would you ask me if I had noticed that I was blue? I don't know what color I am.
Strange things happen in this town. I wanted to make sure you weren't spelled. Are you aware that you're floating 4 inches off the ground?
6.
Yes, I'm also 4. I'm also aware of that. Yes. Why?
It's just
How
not
is this
one-
relevant to the Dark Temple and
He's
the
just
generation
curious.
rate?
I'm just,
You're curious.
I love that word.
I know. It's a great word.
It's a fabulous word.
It is fantastic.
Use it
I
more
shall
often.
use it more
You
frequently.
most definitely should use that.
It's Elmoric origins. That's.
Hey, we are fixing history right now, right here.
Like we've made somebody do the thing they do.
Time travel, guys.
So yes, I'm aware that I'm blue. Always been blue. Fantastic.
Dabba-dee,
And I
dabba-dee.
hover 4 inches off the ground. What?
Why?
What do you mean why?
Why do you hover?
Why do you have so many questions?
I've never seen anything like this.
And I know I get that a lot.
Elmoric, I can solve this for you. Magic shoe.
He looks down. On very interesting feet.
Thank you.
Curious.
I'm partial to them.
It would behoove you not to make jokes about them, though.
Curious. So no, it was in
Honest
fact
help you,
it was in fact time.
Mommy.
So that was the 3rd time, and the 4th time was now, and it was the next day.
Yes.
We're fucked.
So
If we,
So
if it is-
it's not just simple subtraction. It's almost logarithmic.
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes. If we destroyed it
It might come back in hours.
destroyed it again, it might just immediately reappear.
Right. We need to get the others.
I
And-
think we need to go back to when it says in your book that everything happened in the first place. I'm messaging you.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That was-
Okay.
Already said I
knew-
messaged Stell.
Okay. I agree, but we need to get the others.
Fantastic. Let's bid him adieu. And
Mr. Elmoric, thank you. For your
we
help.
will most definitely be seeing each other again.
Fantastic. Diedrich has some fantastic selections here. They're of the utmost quality.
I expect that
More fact.
you will make a name of yourself.
One can only hope, but I am humbled to work for such a great man as Diedrich.
Continue to learn all you can about the arcane. I believe that
It's
will
very
help
fascinating.
you in the future.
Maybe then you'll find out how I float. And I just walk out the door.
Float.
Float.
Out
I
the door.
float.
Out the door.
I
Yeah.
glide out the door.
Float like a butterfly.
Sting like no.
Okay. So for the sake of time, you guys make your way back to the religious.
You do realize that I'm wearing the armor that he helped make in the future.
Right. That's the best part of it.
For those newly tuning in, Elmoric is a reoccurring character.
A future lead.
So,
recurring
Eric,
character.
on my way out, I want to do my best to sneak out, to do my best disappearing act on the way out,
All right.
just to give him inspiration.
All right. So you guys decide to leave the shop. Stell, you decide to do this amazing.
And I'm like,
thing.
shit, where did Stell go?
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
My Stell.
Stealth check. Right there.
That is a 30.
With a 30, he turns and he says, young halflet
And I glide out
And
the
the
door and
book-
I'm like,
is literally like in Moro's hands where you once stood. And Moro's like,
what the shit?
What? and you are nowhere to be seen. And he goes,
He had somewhere to be, apparently.
how
And I just
curious.
closed the book.
Yes, I like
And,
that.
and
And he goes
you
back.
should
All right,
trademark it.
wait, one last thing.
You can't. You disappeared. You already.
No.
Yes, hand out.
John Cena.
A weasel appears in the window and chitters and then jumps out.
Oh, all right.
Mora's like, motherfucker, I'm gonna figure out how he did that.
And Elmoric just is like, how curious. And he turns, and you see that he goes behind the counter and grabs a very specific book as you exit.
A very specific
Do
book.
you notice anything about it?
Binding
Any identifying feature?
is leather.
Okay.
It's a book. It's got pages,
Is it made of
cover, words in it.
You're not really close enough to determine what kind of leather it is.
All right.
It's like in when we went to my room.
It's
I had
vellum.
books made of
People.
leather.
It's vellum.
Vellum.
Who's vellum?
All right.
It's made of Velma.
For
Snell's waiting for everybody outside when they.
As a weasel.
No, as himself.
Oh, did I see the weasel?
I'm sure you saw it in the window.
I need to know how the shock you do that.
It's a trick.
'Cause I
told
know
you
it's
that.
not polymorph. That's the thing that bothers me so much.
I told you it's a trick.
Yeah, I want to know how it works.
all right. For the sake of time, you guys make your way back to the religious district.
Yep.
An arcane trickster never shares his tricks.
Meanwhile, back at the halls of justice,
Yes.
they all look. The only other religious power that claims to serve all, but none in specific, as we know it in this town, are the members of that dark tower. Sorry, hang on. Are the members of that dark tower. As Frederick of Helm speaks to you.
That is why we are the most equipped to destroy it.
You understand. You understand. Sorry. Wrong voice.
I don't work.
You understand that there is a suspicion to those who do not declare their allegiances.
I declare my allegiances to all the gods of light
How can you be creative?
and of nature. I don't declare my allegiance to any dark gods. What more must I do to prove?
Indeed. Well,
My friend was born of light, born from pure goodness.
I wish the internet could see the eye roll. It's amazing. Beautiful.
Need a camera over here.
Yeah, right. But not showing this.
Do like a head game.
Yeah.
Then obvious, then you'd like to continue the way it is then. If you do not want our help.
We are not authorized to take the help of those who would move outside of the law.
My beginning conversation with you, good sirs, was that we would include the lords and
by
the,
all
the
means,
law with this collaboration.
if you can
Of-
seek the approval of the law of this land, if Lord Tyrion will give you his permission, then by all means, we will rally behind your cause.
I would like.
No, he's not an imp.
He's not an-
Oh.
I would like that you,
Does he drink? No thing.
the
Maybe.
leaders of these, the heads of your churches, come with us to this meeting with your Lord.
For us to do so would indicate
Temples, I know.
that we would provide our endorsement to your claim and your actions.
combined.
And at this time, we cannot.
You cannot.
But should you rally the law of the land behind your cause, we could reconsider.
I think it would be good if we
Sidebar conversations.
Then we will
find what our friends have found. And hopefully we can see about that authority.
Well, then, thank you for your time.
And thank you for your presence here. Do not misunderstand our inability to rally behind you at this time as our unwillingness to help.
I don't rally for just the cause of good. I rally for the people of this land,
There
the
are
people
those,
of this town.
There are those who follow hell, who would appreciate your declaration of allegiance and what you seek to achieve. But there are those of Torm who would love to know your declaration of allegiance to him, and that you are here on his behalf to help his followers. Unless he, of course, is here to rally the Hell Knights and declare his allegiance to Helm.
Helmets?
Dark helmet.
Comb the desert!
As Torm says, talk to the hand.
Well, then we
No,
will
sorry, I didn't see you play with the dolls, kid, sir.
I will consider what you both and all of you have to offer. But as my friend suggested, we will talk to our other friends, and I will speak to your lord of Luskin.
There's quite the piety pissing contest over there.
So you're going to talk to the hand?
We're going to talk to Lord we'll get an audience with Lord Tyrion.
Very well.
When we can.
Tyrion.
Yes.
I'm not there. So
Hopefully he's not short with us.
Oh, God, it's so bad.
God, you know.
It's always got to be a short joke.
Just a little joke.
Just a wee
Just a little joke, yeah.
He drinks and he knows things.
No line.
All right. As you guys, you, sir, get an inspiration tonight for the second best pun of the
Yay!
It's still second best.
Nice looking inspiration.
Yeah. I'm number
So
one.
apparently we do need to get Eric Drunk Morati gives out inspiration.
Exactly. You're welcome.
I am
You're
not
welcome.
drunk.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Happy.
I'm
You're
smiley.
welcome.
You get an inspiration.
You get an inspiration. You get an inspiration.
Whee!
For everybody.
Come
But,
swag.
but not too
We
much
must
beverage, or
swag.
else
We
Stell
must
licks
go.
people.
We bid our goodbyes and we leave it.
That's awkward.
Got a
Now
good guy
that
and this
I
guy
think
over
about
here.
that whole
$5 right here. $5. How about 10? 10, 10, 10. Going for 5. 5.
Now I'm having an awkward moment. I'm
Gentlemen,
having a bad memory.
I put down a gold
They
coin
licked Mara.
and a silver coin.
Right. Yeah.
One is for Torm. One is for the other one. You guys can decide. Let's go.
Walking over like, well, clearly it's for me. He said Torm and the other guy. So clearly we are the other guy.
Shirt. Throw down.
Richard goes, this is my temple. It's my money. Both of them are for me.
Oh, damn.
As you guys leave.
I can see you caused a conundrum there.
Brilliant. That's a big word, Shelley.
There's gonna be a schism in this town.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
As you leave the Temple of Sylvanas, you do see in the distance Moritar, Stell on his shoulders, still engrossed in a book, and Arterar walking down the
Awkward
street.
piggyback
You've
ever.
grown a
Arterar-
book out of your head.
Arterar
I
is
know, literally, I have a book
swinging his
resting on my
mace
horn.
like a bad cup.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pointing at the humans.
Hey, you.
No, I'm not going that far.
Aw.
He's just kind of badass walking. Can I just look at pimp walk with that thing?
Yeah, I could see that.
You know
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys reunite in the center of the square of the religious district.
Sounds fantastic. You know that
The round
question
square.
you were going to ask.
So what did you find?
I'm the worst.
What did you find out at the library?
You know,
Mora's the worst of points
we didn't
ever.
quite find a library.
No, we found a
We found a good
bookstore.
bookshop that was close enough.
In this big city, no library?
There's a lot of illiteracy here.
Yeah,
We were
apparently
told there were
pirates are a
taxes
thing
and
here.
churches.
Yes.
Constant destruction by pirates.
No, the churches own the books. History.
History is written by the
As Anaxun said, most of the churches have the books. We just found that out.
However, what I believe we found out is that the destruction or creation of this temple goes all the way back 100 years.
Right. So the question is, do we go back then
To solve this problem in the
and
original
erect a
time.
far superior temple in its place?
I agree with Morotar's idea.
Is that
I do believe going to that time is what needs to be our goal.
Everything. What? Going back and putting a better temple there is.
Well, I don't know about a better temple, but I do think that we need to go to the origin of this problem.
perhaps that is the beginning?
And it is another.
At least at this time.
There was
Well,
vagueness before.
what
so
we found out through talking to the temple leaders is that, yes,
They're all jerks.
Yes, they are. They're not in the best interest of the people here, but they
Right.
will back us if Lord Tyrion of Luskin will back
That's
us.
because they're all goody.
So
And they don't care about anyone but themselves.
maybe the best thing is to go back in time and fix this
We
problem.
gotta go back in time.
Well, so one of the things that's missing from this book is what temple was originally supposed to be in this spot.
Well, perhaps if we go back before that happened, we can find out.
Exactly. So this all happened in the mid-year of 1324. So if we happen to come back perhaps a month before then, we can do a little research and figure out
Recon mission. Great. So
what temple was supposed to be built here.
Would that be relatively close to one of the pirate incursions?
I was just thinking that.
So I check in the book to see around what was happening around that time.
They were rebuilding from
After.
the destruction that was caused by what they are calling the fourth pirate incursion, the fourth outsiders pirate incursion.
so it's easy for you to say.
Pirate convention.
A pirate convention. They're recovering from the pirate convention.
Yes, clearly, because where has all the rum gone?
Where'd all the rum go?
Let's go for a morning rum.
Oh,
I'm with you. Let's do that. Yes.
I think I could use a rum right now.
Wait, is there wine in
Do you
Spain?
drink?
Red rum.
Here it is.
I have a taste for it right now.
I just stare at him after seeing him turn into Beavis before. I'm just like,
Yeah, I gave him the same look.
After sitting with all
You
those
hear that?
smug leaders of this religious community that won't
Pretentious.
help us unless we get the Lord Tyrion on their side.
I like your-
think
Well,
I
let
need
me
a
guess. Let me guess. One of them was a follower of Torm,
I like
Yes.
that shiny.
because they tend to be a little,
Do you think he's got
a little,
book he said?
remember when we met that one? Yeah, he was an
that
asshole.
paladin.
Yeah, he was an asshole.
I mean, the only one that was weirder in that group was that gnome.
Oh yes,
The crazy one?
He had that accent, right?
Yes,
Yes.
and he thought he was in charge.
I remember that. Oh, that was a great day. That was a
Well,
fantastic
considering you
day.
disappeared for a couple hours, I imagine it was a great day for
It
you.
was a fantastic day.
It was fantastic.
It wasn't a fantastic day.
It
It wasn't a fantastic day for me having my sister summoned by a necromancer.
But we saved her. We saved her. All turned out well. She's doing well, and Saren Ray and whatever.
Didn't you fall into the chasm?
I don't know. I had a great day. That was a fantastic.
See,
You know, and someday we need to
that's
go
what
back
about
for
their friends.
Smelly
They
Elf.
saved you.
and take him to his correct.
He
Many
told us
times
that we
you
could go
saved
fuck
his
ourselves.
ass.
So
Yeah, but when he told us we could go fuck ourselves, that was a future that never happened.
then why did we pay so much money to free him?
Whoops.
We paid money, we freed him, he told us to go and fuck
But
ourselves, and then
that
he took
never
off.
happened. But that never happened because we saved Arturar's mother.
That was shit. You're fucking
Yeah,
an asshole.
we changed that.
Anyway,
Yes.
so
Anyway, if
wait, what
we're-
were we talking about before?
We're going back into the past.
Great.
So,
See, as you guys
Squire, ready my horse?
Ready
You're all
is
talking,
yours.
you see that there are more people starting to congregate in the square, and there's some who are pointing at the dark tower, and they sort of kind of whispering to themselves.
Like that shit came back again.
Anaksun, did you say for him to ready your whores?
Your horse.
He did.
God,
he
I
did
feel like you
plenty
did that
of.
yesterday.
Yeah, he did that
Anaksun,
yesterday.
he did plenty of that yesterday.
I read my own.
heard him from downstairs. We heard you
Listen, you guys are doing your thing, I was doing mine, all right?
very
Definitely
clearly.
Podrick.
I should probably cast a cure disease on you.
Oh, he's
Man.
fine. Listen, he had fun. It's impressive, really.
Why don't I have a horse? I want a horse.
Of course.
Of course.
And no
I'm
one
not
could talk to
giving
a
you a
horse. Of
horse.
course, that is. Of course.
Yeah,
Of
So
course, it's a
we
famous
wanted to go before.
You just have to ready it, Squire.
We need to find out what religion was going to go in there in the first place.
What temple? Yes.
Dark elf thing?
I've got such plans.
Ah,
that are
so do I. Such a nice little
fantastic.
stack of land.
Right?
In my religion.
I mean, if
A
we
red
prevent
banner, an
that
orange banner.
from going in there, then there's available real estate for something much better.
I can imagine a nice, sand area somewhere.
Clumping.
Natural clay.
Well, then we
Some
It's
will.
fresh-
funny,
Some
but it's
chunks
not
of
funny.
fresh sprigs of evergreen in there every once in a while.
Yeah.
All right.
Magma.
A little bit of magma.
Feline pine. That's what's going in there. Let's go.
One person approaches you, Stella. Hey, I know you.
It's Bow Guy.
You're Bow Guy.
Shit. This is our cue. We should vamoosel.
It's back.
Yeah, we're working on that.
You are?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
We'll let you know when it happens.
When's it gonna happen so I know when to be here?
You'll know.
I want to see it this time. I heard about it.
You'll know.
Moro's like, no.
Wait around, but maybe
Yeah, wait
not
around.
too close.
But yeah, keep your distance.
Let's
Worry
go.
about all the space.
Okay.
I messaged Stel, so where do we go to get the fuck out of here?
You know what?
Maybe somewhere
We might
private.
Help.
Private where we can disappear and nobody's going to
Your
like
friends.
get in our way or
Yeah.
come with us
Great. Maybe
by
we
accident.
Arm
Maybe we
themselves
should go back to
just
our
in case.
room we
And
had?
if the time comes, they'll know.
We did.
I'll go tell him. And
But hush, hush.
teenage boy just runs.
Guys, guess what?
Guess what, guys? They want us to help. We gotta go.
If we're lucky, this will never happen.
If we're lucky. No. Let's go back to the room that we were in at the other place, and maybe, I'm just trying to think of a quiet place that we can go so that we can
Just
bend
find an
through
alley.
time and space without people fucking seeing us.
Does that matter?
Without people fucking. Oh.
Without people seeing us.
I mean,
We could always just try to find an alley.
Yeah.
Wait.
Nothing bad ever happens when I go in an alley. Let's go.
An alley.
Well, that's only when you're
I'm on the wrong
Wait,
stage
what?
here. What are we doing in the alley?
You never know what you'll find.
It's true. We're going back to try to prevent.
Back door? See, someone said ready the whores, and I am in a zone right now, so
You
He's in a
maybe
place.
before we leave, you should
Maybe
go
you
where
should
he
go.
was
Should go to
yesterday
Debbie's.
and like take care of some business, and then we'll go.
aren't they all well used at this point?
I'm pretty sure they were already well used.
I think the whole time when you're hearing,
After all, they were ready.
it really ruins the mood when all you can hear is To be fair,
I asked for a refund.
to be fair, we could hear you also. So, just saying. Anyway, we need to go somewhere where we can get out of here without anybody noticing. Although, I guess, in a way it doesn't matter, right? Because if we go back and then we change shit, then...
I'm more concerned about somebody accidentally coming with us, like has happened before.
That happened before?
We could kill them.
Stinky. Oh yeah, Stinky Smell. Oh, he was a stand-up guy. He lent me his little dimension.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, let's find some. Maybe we should go to our room then that we had.
Probably best.
See? I had a good idea. We had a good idea, Stell.
That'll work.
Let's go.
All right. You make your way to Amber's Ales. As you come through the door, Amber is in fact behind the bar. Oh, they're back. All right.
Is our room still available?
Of course.
Oh, perfect.
How much longer will you be needing?
Oh, just one more night.
Just one more. Oh,
how much is it for one more night?
Oh, it's on the house. It's the least I could do.
That is very generous of you.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm
the worst.
Are you hitting on her?
I'm confused mostly. It's difficult. I mean, it's Henry. Henry and Grok, they never had bad words. Henry was a patron at his tavern. I just don't.
Who is Henry?
Henry's the guard that apparently killed his entire unit.
Sometimes one
Grok.
never knows people the way they think they do.
I don't understand what could have come over him.
It could have been influence from the Dark Tower.
Yeah.
That is some scary shit.
People are sick.
Make a deception roll.
Who? Make a
Who?
decision.
Him?
Deception
You.
roll.
Yep, he said it.
Because you know straight up it wasn't.
9.
9?
Actually, I'm like the only one who doesn't know that didn't happen.
No,
Because I wasn't there.
He's like,
Yorvith doesn't know either.
I wasn't there either.
or maybe it wasn't.
You'll have to forgive him. He's a little tired.
Well, if it wasn't the dark forces, something had gone wrong in the lad's mind.
Must have.
Our
I
room-
know.
Scary times, these.
Mm.
Can you message like that? Like mime? I don't know if that's in the rules.
Are sitting there doing the like stepping down behind
Yeah,
the
pretty
table
much.
thing again.
Could you have drinks and food sent to our room?
Of course.
Okay, yes, great. That would be splendid.
Of course. Yes.
Thank you so much for everything, and I just
Thank you.
hand her
Extra
a couple
drinks?
gold.
Oh, thank you.
Just keep her busy.
Sure.
Please.
Yeah.
Your hospitality has been greatly appreciated.
I'll send you a few bottles of our finest wine that we
Thank
have
you.
in the
Great.
stores and some food. She
Fantastic.
looks suspiciously at you, honestly.
I do that often. Let's go.
The food and beverages will be right up.
Thank you,
Thank you.
so very much.
Let's go.
Again, so sorry.
Make a deception check.
I already did that. That's not
Not
fair.
on your declaration of being sorry, you didn't.
Well, she.
Deception.
I'm sorry, but Moritar is sorry. Just not.
I am sorry. 21.
He's sorry that she's affected by this.
Sorry.
For her loss.
I'm so sorry that I killed your brother. Just kidding. I didn't. Someone else did.
She's so sorry that something happened that was awful and it hurt
so
you, even
sorry.
though we were completely responsible for it.
All right. You guys make your way to the room.
Great. And we want to leave, but now there's fine wine being sent. So should we wait a minute?
No, I just
That
said
will
it
take
to.
time.
I said it to get her mind off of him.
I know, but
Yeah.
now I'm intrigued by what that might be.
Oh, come on.
That might be fantastic.
How about we just sing Kumbaya and go?
Yes,
I
yes.
don't want
Because she might have second thoughts about his
All right,
truth.
everybody, we are going to the year 1324 in Luskin.
Gods.
Okay.
It might have been the dark.
1324 in Luskin. Where?
The fifth month.
Where? Where?
Yeah.
But
Great, let's go. And what can go wrong? 1324
Was
here.
Was
Leave my
Almoric?
squire
Was Almoric?
disguise on.
He is
100 years
not,
ago?
not probably
No.
not. He was a
He
young
was-
elf.
he said he only worked here for 30 years.
30 years. Okay.
He's probably not born yet. Great, let's go, guys. This is what could be better. We're just keep going back in time. Good news, mother is still
Oh
alive.
gosh, the whorehouse was probably still here 100 years ago. So
Hey,
We'll go
for
there.
you.
Yeah, a young elf.
Sure, it had a different owner back then.
It's probably just a different one.
Great.
Let's
Okay.
focus,
Let's
focus.
I'm gonna leave my squire disguise on.
Yes.
You're gonna leave
yes.
the squire disguise on.
Squire
Just to be
Yorvith.
All right.
Let's roll.
So you all Shazam, and
Shazam!
Twin power.
All right. As you hold out your rings and bracelet for those who have the bracelet,
I got my ring.
you don't have a bracelet.
Oh, that's right. I got
Sure.
my
It's in-
amulet.
swirling
Oh,
again.
you've got to like chest bump
I get
us.
a chest bump.
You stick your chest out like
And
so.
I go
It's
like
like
that.
dolphins.
Everybody all of a sudden feels like they're watching the Titanic movie.
That's
Oh.
I need everybody to roll a d20.
Oh, a 20.
Oh,
20.
Hell.
A natural 20.
Natural 20.
5,
Oh,
5.
7.
Fuck.
7.
17.
17.
Oh,
15.
15.
18.
18.
shit.
This was going to happen eventually. It was going to happen eventually. I didn't think it would be tonight.
Oh, shit.
Somebody went somewhere else.
Bye, guys. Hey, Artie and Stell.
You hold out your hands, your rings,
Uh-huh.
your bracelets.
Your chest.
Mm.
You go to do the chest bump. Yorvith flips you all off.
Squire this.
As you do this,
Oh, shit.
the jewelry bound to your hands and your wrist
I've been trying to get it off for years.
into a liquid, hot metal. You feel it burn as it drips down your arm.
It feels awful and awesome at the same time.
Shalfan,
You would.
the gem, in its swirling, cloudy, milky-like composition,
We all had to roll like shit.
bursts out. 15. I rolled a 20.
Oh, fuck.
Bursts
Does that mean
out
I get a bell back?
a dark, radiant
Because my bell's broken
energy.
now.
And you see
This is gonna hurt.
metal
This is gonna hurt.
just appear from the gem. And as
And
it
the
does,
holograms.
And the whole, yeah.
as it does, the metal that has melted down your arms
Mm.
is dripping down your hands. Just pulls in
Do I get a
to
bell
the metal
back?
that has come
Oh, tell me I get a
From the
bell back,
chest.
y'all.
from your chest.
And we don't have an excuse to flip anyone off. I can't.
And a dark radiance erupts across the room.
I love anything like that.
Okay. Okay.
Did the Dark Temple prevent us from that?
Okay.
And I just had this feeling Eric's going to say, and that's where we end tonight.
Yeah.
Aw, suckers!
You all take 13 points of damage.
Ow! Motherfucking molten shit.
And you hear the sound of a bell tolling.
Guys, the bell that is broken.
For whom does the bell toll?
And that is where we're going to leave it for today.
I knew he was going to do that.
Or flick the cup.
No, I need to fix it. I don't know what the frick.
And I missed and I'm missing the next game.
Because you're going to Japan. This is so terrible that you're going on vacation.
I want to go to Japan.
I know, but I don't want to miss the next game.
Well, so then you
Flight
just have
to
to
Japan.
remote in from rural Japan. That's time.
At 6 a.m.
Right,
Whatever
at 6
time it
a.m.
is.
on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be traveling in time.
Jason, tell us about the future. What is tomorrow like?
Lottery number?
It's so Japanese.
Dude, who wins the baseball game?
Take it apart. Who knew?
All I know is the red sun rises. That's what happened to it.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you can work whatever just happened in with that.
Okay, so here's the major problem: is I can't fucking see that. I literally can't see what happened.
For the 4 or 5 viewers we've had tonight, if you're still with us, thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Some backstory stuff in the previous episodes, which are available on the YouTube channel if you want to check it out.
We'll
if you want to know
explain some
more
of the
about
craziness.
Elmoric or any of the other crazy, potentially insider jokes. Thanks for joining us.
Potentially insider.
We definitely appreciate any feedback. If you like what you see, tell your friends. If you don't like what you see, my name's Matt Mercer, and this has been. Just kidding. We all love Matt. We all love Critical Role.
And you do not have his
I
hair.
can't wait to see the one
The
shot.
one
tonight.
shot. I think Taliesin is running it tonight.
I think so.
Probably going to be very goth, very vampiric. Should be
You do
cool.
not have Matt Mercer's hair.
I don't have any hair.
Long,
let's be honest.
luxurious Mercer hair.
I wish. I had it at one time.
You did.
And then I got old.
Oh.
We all had it.
I haven't had so much luxurious hair since I was 18.
Lose it faster.
Yeah.
At any rate, if you have joined us tonight or in the future, if you're watching
Wait.
the
Oh,
recording
time
of this,
travel joke.
if you're watching the recording of this, thank you for checking out the entire episode and lasting 3.5 hours
Holly made it to the end.
and making it all the way to the end.
Holly made it to the end.
Holly made it to the end.
Yes.
Yay!
Hi, Holly!
Yay,
Holly!
Holly!
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding. Thanks again for joining us. I'm going to make my way around over there, and I'm going to actually end the stream. And we'll hang out for a bit, Jason, and talk about how we're going to make next session work.
Work it.
And
Work it in the new one.
actually,
Work it
next
and
Thursday-
flip it and reverse it.
Next Thursday we'll be running first level characters for the other game.
You need to give us all very much information about what that intent is.
Yes, it is. Well, I think those are going to be characters that will
I have
swap
some information.